Hello everyone, in this video we'll be looking into logistic regression on the iris dataset. So we'll follow the same steps, same machine learning workflow that we have been seeing earlier as well. So start by importing the libraries, then we'll load the iris dataset, we'll prepare data for training, and then we'll plot the graphs and split the dataset and training testing, create the model and train it. Then eventually test the model and we'll finally check the do the evaluation on precision recall FN score. So let's start with importing the libraries. So we will import matplotlib as PLT. Then we'll import Seaborn as SNS. And then we have to import the logistic regression model. So we'll do from sklearn.linear model. And here we'll have logistic regression. Then we have to import a bunch of other things like train test split and some pre-processing modules. So from matrix we'll import classification report and accuracy score. Let's import accuracy score in a different line. And finally we can import the train test split. So once we have done that, the next thing we can do is we can load the iris dataset. Next, let's import the iris dataset from the Seaborn or SNS library. So this I will do it. It's data equal to SNS dot load underscore data set. And in here you mention iris. Okay, now it's would be loaded in a data frame. We can just print the head and you can see. Okay, so we have sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and the species, which is either Setosa. Okay, this particular head doesn't show all the species, but there are three: Setosa, virginicolor, and that's another one. Okay, so let's prepare the training data for building the model. So we'll have everything, all the features in X and the label in Y. So X equal to X equal to, it should be data, and we'll do dot ilog. Ilog is basically to fetch a specific columns and rows. So here colon comma means all the rows. So before the comma you give the rows and after it columns. So all rows and all columns except the last one. That's why it's for -1. Last one is the species of the target. Okay, similarly y would be data dot ilog, and here again we'll have all rows but only the last column, so it would be only -1. Previous one we have colon -1, and here we only have -1. So we have separated the data into x and y variables. Okay, now the next thing is we'll just plot the relation of each feature with each species. So let's see how we can do it. So just we'll give x label and y label to our chart. So x would be having the features and y would be having the species. Now let's take the data which we are gonna put into the graph. So for x we have we are taking the all the rows of sepal length column, and for y we are taking all the rows of the target, which is species, and we are gonna draw a graph between the sepal length and the species. Okay, so let's just do a scatter plot in which we'll pass the data and the color. and the label would be the sepal length. Just run this, and this is the graph that we got. So we can see for a varying sepal length, what could be the species. So it could be Setosa for, you see, for lower sepal length it is Setosa, for mid it is versicolor, for higher it is virginica. Okay. So this is, we have this is something we have done for one of the features, which is sepal length. Let's do the same thing for other features as well, right? So I'll copy this thing and I'll do the same for sepal width. This is for length, we'll do for width. Let me change the color as well to green and copy the same. Now we'll do the same thing for petal as well. So we'll copy this, paste here, petal underscore length, and change the color to something else, maybe red, and copy this here. Now same thing for petal width. Change the color to something maybe black. Okay. Now we'll add legend also to our chart. Okay, there's some mistake here in this typo. Okay. So you see, this is the graphical representation, and this is how the entire um, presentation is. And on the bottom right hand side, you can see the legend as well. Okay. So the graph shows like based on the colors, like red is the petal length and blue is the sepal length. So based on that, what could be the possible species of that kind of flower? Now we will split the data set into training and testing sets. So how do you do that? X train, comma X test, comma Y train, comma Y test. This can be done with which method? Train test split, which we have imported from sklearn. And we have to mention X and Y and the size of the test. So using the test underscore size argument, let's have 20% in the testing set, so it is 0.2, and let's run the cell. Okay, I'm getting some error here. Okay, extend is not defined. Okay, everything seems fine. Okay, there's a typo here, I have not given equal to, now it's fine. Okay, so now we have split the data into training and testing set, with 80% data in training set and 20% data in the testing set. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is we can go ahead and create our logistic regression model and train it. So let's we have already imported the logistic regression class. We instantiated the model class, and we'll just do model.fit x underscore train and y underscore train. That will just fit the model. So here you see there's some warning related to maximum number of iterations or iterations reached limit. So for now we can ignore this warning. We'll come back to this. So we'll go ahead and test the model. So before testing, what we had to do, we had to do the prediction. Okay, so we'll just do model.predict and we'll pass our x test values. Let's print the predictions. So these are the predictions that are given by the model. Now let's evaluate the model or test the model. So to do that, we'll just print the classification report first. We have already imported at the top. And we'll pass the y test and predictions, and we'll see the result. Similarly, let's print the accuracy as well. Okay, we get some error. Oh, okay, it would be accuracy underscore score. Okay, so this gives 93% accuracy, which is a good score for us. It can be improved further, but we'll see that later. That's all for this video. Thanks guys for watching.